Beneath the surface of our planet lies a world most humans will never see. A world where color defies imagination, where evolution has painted creatures in shades that seem impossible, and where survival depends not just on strength, but on being seen or staying hidden. This is not a fantasy. This is Earth's underwater reality. And these are the 20 most visually stunning fish ever documented by science. We begin in the coral reefs of the Indo-Pacific, where sunlight fractures into 1,000 colors. Here, hovering near branching corals, lives a creature so vibrant it seems to glow from within. The Mandarin Dragonet. Measuring barely 3 inches long, this fish wears a coat of electric blue swirls, traced with orange, green, and yellow. No two individuals share the same pattern. Scientists have discovered that unlike most fish, the Mandarin Dragonet does not rely on pigment cells alone. Its skin contains specialized cells called cyanophores that produce true blue coloration, a rarity in the animal kingdom. Most blue animals achieve their color through light refraction. The Mandarin Dragonet actually manufactures it. But there's a cost to such beauty. This fish produces a toxic, foul-smelling mucus coating its entire body. Predators learn quickly. One bite, and they never try again. Here, being beautiful is a warning. Travel deeper into the reef, and the light begins to fade. But color does not. The royal Gramma emerges from crevices in the rock, its body split cleanly down the middle. Brilliant purple at the front, blazing yellow at the rear. Found only in the Caribbean, this small fish rarely exceeds 3 inches. Yet its coloration serves a precise function. In the dim light of deeper waters, purple wavelengths penetrate farther than others. The royal Gramma's front half remains visible to potential mates while its yellow rear blends into the ambient glow of the reef. Evolution has made it half visible by design. Now shift to freshwater. To the slow-moving blackwater streams of the Amazon basin, where tannins from decaying leaves stain the water the color of tea. Here swims the Discus fish. Circular, flattened, and painted in patterns of turquoise, red, and gold. The Discus moves through the water like a living medallion. Indigenous peoples have revered this fish for centuries. Modern aquarists have spent decades selectively breeding them. But in the wild, their coloration serves a specific purpose. The vertical bars that cross their bodies break up their silhouette, confusing predators in the murky water. When threatened, a Discus can intensify or fade these bars within seconds. A controlled display of chromatophores responding to stress hormones. And there's something else. Discus fish are among the few fish species that feed their young with a secretion from their skin. Both parents produce this protein-rich mucus and newly hatched fry cluster against their bodies to feed. Beauty, in this case, comes paired with extraordinary parental care. Return now to saltwater, to the coral gardens of the Maldives, where the Moorish idol glides like a fragment of stained glass. Black, white, and yellow in bold vertical bands, with a dramatic trailing dorsal fin that streams behind it, the Moorish idol has become one of the most recognized reef fish on Earth. Ancient Hawaiian cultures considered it sacred. Modern aquariums struggle to keep it alive in captivity because its diet is so specialized. Primarily sponges found only in living coral reefs. This fish is a reminder. Some beauty cannot be contained. In the same waters, often sharing the same reefs, swims a fish that embodies contradiction. The emperor angelfish. Juveniles display a hypnotic pattern of concentric white and blue circles on a dark background. Adults transform completely, wearing horizontal stripes of blue and yellow with a dark mask across the eyes. The same fish. 2 entirely different appearances. Scientists believe this dramatic change prevents territorial adults from attacking juveniles they might otherwise see as competitors. In the ocean, beauty can be a form of diplomacy. Move now to the rivers of Southeast Asia, to Thailand and Indonesia, where ornamental fish keeping has been a tradition for centuries. The Betta fish, also known as the Siamese fighting fish. In the wild, male bettas display modest colors, browns, greens, occasional flashes of red, but selective breeding over hundreds of years has produced individuals with flowing fins that trail like silk scarves and colors spanning the entire visible spectrum. Wild bettas fight for territory. They flare their gill covers, spread their fins, and engage in displays that can last hours. Domestic bettas have inherited this aggression, which is why they must be kept alone. Their beauty is inseparable from their combativeness. Each flowing fin evolved as a weapon of intimidation. Deeper still, in the twilight zone of the ocean, lives a fish that seems to exist outside of nature's rules. The flashlight fish. Small and dark-bodied, this species possesses organs beneath its eyes that produce bioluminescent light through symbiotic bacteria. The fish can control these lights, flashing them on and off by rotating the organs or covering them with a fold of skin. In the darkness of night reefs and deep waters, flashlight fish use this ability to communicate, confuse predators, and attract prey. They carry their own stars. Return to freshwater, to the rivers of West Africa, where the Kribensis cichlid patrols rocky substrates. Females of this species undergo one of the most dramatic color changes in the fish world. When ready to breed, their bellies flush deep crimson, and their fins develop iridescent edges. Males respond to this display by intensifying their own colors. The brighter the female's belly, the more attentive the male becomes. Research has shown that males preferentially choose females with the most saturated red coloration, a direct indicator of health and reproductive fitness. In nature, beauty is often honest advertising. Now to the open ocean, to the pelagic zone where sunlight streams from above and predators attack from below. The Mahi-Mahi. Few fish can match its speed. Fewer still can match its color. Alive, the Mahi-Mahi blazes in neon greens, blues and golds that shift and pulse with its movement. But these colors fade within minutes of death, turning to muted gray. Scientists believe the rapid color changes serve multiple functions. Camouflage when viewed from above against the sunlit surface, species recognition during mating, and possibly communication during group hunting. This fish is not beautiful despite being a predator. It is beautiful because it is one. In the kelp forests of California and the rocky reefs of Australia swims another creature that defies expectations. The leafy Seadragon. Related to seahorses, this species has evolved appendages that precisely mimic the kelp and seaweed of its habitat. Gold, green, and purple leaf-like projections cover its body, making it virtually invisible among the underwater vegetation. It moves slowly, drifting with the current, using tiny transparent fins to make subtle adjustments. But here's what makes it extraordinary. Like seahorses, male leafy sea dragons carry the eggs. The female deposits them onto a specialized patch on the male's tail where they remain until hatching. Beauty and responsibility intertwined. Cross to the rivers of South America, where the Flowerhorn cichlid displays something unprecedented. This fish is not a natural species. It is a hybrid, created by Asian breeders in the 1990s by crossing several Central and South American cichlid species. The result is a fish with a pronounced nuchal hump on its forehead, a growth of fatty tissue that some cultures consider a symbol of prosperity. Coloration varies wildly, from deep reds to electric blues, often with black markings that some owners interpret as meaningful symbols. The flowerhorn represents human intervention in animal beauty, a deliberate creation that raises questions about where nature ends and artifice begins. Return to the coral reef, where the clownfish has achieved global recognition. Orange and white, banded with black outlines, the clownfish lives in partnership with sea anemones whose stinging tentacles would kill most other fish. A mucus coating protects the clownfish from the sting. In return, the fish defends the anemone from predators and provides nutrients through its waste. This mutualistic relationship has evolved independently in multiple species. But there's more. All clownfish are born male. The dominant individual in a group becomes female. If she dies, the largest male changes sex and takes her place. Beauty, in this species, is fluid, and so is identity. In the freshwater streams of North America swims a fish that many overlook, the brook trout. Its back displays vermiculations, worm-like patterns of olive green on a darker background. Its sides are speckled with red spots surrounded by blue halos. During spawning season, males develop brilliant orange bellies, and their colors intensify to attract females. This fish requires cold, clean, oxygen-rich water. As streams warm due to climate change, brook trout populations retreat northward and to higher elevations. Their beauty is tied to their fragility. Protecting them means protecting entire ecosystems. Venture to the Indo-Pacific once more, where the pallet surgeonfish, sometimes called the blue tang, schools in large groups over coral heads. Electric blue bodies with a distinctive black pattern and a bright yellow tail make this species unmistakable. But beauty comes with a weapon. Near the base of the tail lies a sharp, scalpel-like spine that the fish can deploy against threats. The name surgeonfish comes directly from this anatomical feature. Even the most beautiful creatures must defend themselves. In the Amazon again, where the Arowana glides just beneath the surface. Silver scales reflect light like polished metal. The body is elongated, the mouth upturned. Arowanas are ambush predators, capable of leaping from the water to capture insects and small birds from overhanging branches. In Asian cultures, certain color variants, gold, red, are considered symbols of luck and can sell for thousands of dollars. This is a fish that hunts beyond its own element. Deeper still, where light no longer penetrates, lives the dragonfish. Black-bodied and fierce-looking, this deep-sea predator produces bioluminescent light from photophores along its body. But some species have evolved the ability to produce red light, invisible to most deep-sea creatures, whose eyes are adapted only to blue wavelengths. The dragonfish essentially carries an invisible flashlight, illuminating prey that cannot see it coming. In the abyss, beauty takes unexpected forms. Return to the reef shallows, where the parrotfish spends its days scraping algae from coral with a beak-like mouth. Turquoise, pink, green, yellow, parrotfish display some of the most varied coloration in the ocean. But their real contribution is invisible. As they feed, they ingest coral along with algae. What passes through them emerges as fine white sand. A single large parrotfish can produce hundreds of pounds of sand per year. The white beaches of tropical islands owe their existence, in part, to these fish. Beauty here is functional. It is geological. In the rivers of Central Africa swims the jewel Cichlid. Red bodies covered in iridescent blue spots give this species its name. During breeding, both parents intensify their colors and work together to defend their offspring. They fan the eggs to provide oxygen, remove fungus, and aggressively chase away intruders. Research has shown that pairs with stronger color coordination have higher breeding success. In this species, beauty predicts partnership. Near coral overhangs and in crevices of the Pacific, the flame angelfish displays its signature coloration. Orange-red body, vertical black bars, and fins edged in purple and blue. This small fish rarely exceeds 4 inches, but possesses one of the most memorable color combinations in the ocean. It feeds primarily on algae, contributing to reef health by preventing overgrowth. Sometimes the most valuable fish are the smallest ones. And finally, we come to a fish that represents the boundary between freshwater and salt. The archerfish. Found in brackish mangrove waters of Southeast Asia and Australia, this species has evolved a remarkable hunting technique. It shoots jets of water from its mouth to knock insects off overhanging vegetation. The precision required is extraordinary. The fish must compensate for light refraction at the water's surface, adjusting its aim for a target it can only see through a distorted medium. Studies have shown that archerfish can learn to recognize human faces. They are not merely beautiful, they are intelligent. 20 fish. 20 expressions of what evolution can create when survival meets spectacle. Some developed color as warning, others as camouflage. Some use it for communication, for courtship, for species recognition. And some, like the Mandarin Dragonet, simply exist as living proof that biology contains more wonder than any human imagination could invent. These creatures did not evolve to impress us. They evolved to survive, to find mates, to avoid predators, to thrive in environments we can barely access. The beauty we perceive is a byproduct of millions of years of natural selection. A reminder that evolution is not just efficient. It is, in ways we are only beginning to understand, creative. Every color serves a purpose. Every pattern tells a story. Every species represents a solution to problems posed by its environment. The Mandarin Dragonet's toxicity, the clownfish's immunity, the parrotfish's role in creating beaches, the archerfish's precision, the dragonfish's invisible light. We call them beautiful because we respond to complexity, to symmetry, to color contrast. But they call to each other across evolutionary time. They signal fitness, territory, readiness to mate. They warn predators. They blend into backgrounds. They exist in a visual language older than any human speech. The underwater world does not need enhancement. It does not need exaggeration. It only needs to be seen. Because what exists beneath the surface, right now, at this very moment, is more stunning than anything we could fabricate. Coral reefs spanning thousands of miles. Kelp forests rising like underwater cathedrals. Blackwater streams where fish glow against the darkness. Open oceans where predators blaze with colors that fade the moment their hearts stop beating. This is not nature photography. This is not digital enhancement. This is biology. And that, perhaps, is the most remarkable fact of all. The next time you look at an aquarium, or a photograph, or a documentary like this one, remember, you are witnessing solutions. Each fish represents countless generations of trial and error, of survival and reproduction, of adaptation to pressures we can barely imagine. They are not art, though they appear to be. They are evidence. Evidence that life, given enough time, finds ways to be extraordinary,